What's up, y'all? Merry Christmas to everybody. Figured I'd do a quick video here just to show you what this place looks like, because we got a huge blizzard that came through. Well, huge for Tennessee anyways, not huge to compared to people up north, but we got about 3 inches on Christmas Eve, and probably another inch this morning, and it is completely covered. Everything is covered in snow, which is great for the soil, because little known fact, snow or snowflakes attach to nitrogen up in the air, and they bring that nitrogen down into the ground and helps with soil health. Also gives the soil a little bit of protection from the sun so it doesn't get completely exposed, and so we've got plenty of it here, which is going to be a muddy mess this week once it melts, because New Year's is expected to be around 65 degrees. Yeah, welcome to the South, where we have crazy weather. It's like God's spinning a roulette up there and seeing what happens. But anyways, got a lot of things in the works, and a lot of excuse me, things to get done here in the next couple weeks, next month or so. Spring is coming up real quick, and I feel like I'm running out of time before it's time to actually start the farm. But we've got some things laid out here, so let's give you all a quick update. Oh, I'm going to show you this too. It's completely froze over. Like, it is solid. I was down there walking around on it. The whole thing is completely solid. And it's holding all 230 pounds of me, so I didn't have a problem at all. It's about 3-4 inches thick. And as you can see, it still hasn't filled up to where the markers are yet, but we'll slowly get there. But all right, so I got these flags marked out here, coming over here, and then we're gonna put in a drain, just a small one, not too big, but it's gonna run through here, run through this area, right through here. When Mr. Boone built the spillway, he made it a little bit lower on this side, so that if the pond ever did overflow, then it would run down that way and go out towards where the creek originally was going to be. But I want to control it a little bit better, so I'm going to build a small drain and run it through this way, like I said, right through here where the markers are, and then probably dig a swell that goes all the way down where the flags are marked out, and carry it on down there to where the culvert is, over there where the driveway's at. So I got to dig that out, and it's going to take a minute too, probably. These trees over here are definitely going to have to come down now. Been out here kind of observing the sun patterns, and since we're going to be putting the garden down in this area, and all the pastured poultry, and down in the chicken tractors and the layers and the turkeys and everything, across the grass that we plant in this area, and the garden, market garden, will be down here, probably about a ½ acre. But anyways, those trees are still blocking the sun way too much, so they've got to come down. I might leave some of the shorter ones, the smaller maples, but those bigger ones are definitely cutting into our sunlight, because this bottom area is having trouble drying out right now as it is. I get it, it's wet season, but still, like, it's got to dry out a little bit better, because it can't just stay saturated like that. So we've got to cut some more of those down. I've already cut a few of them down. Got I don't know, probably 1, 2, 3, probably about 15 more big ones to cut out. And then we've got some fruit trees on order. They're going to go on the other side of those logs there up on the hill, right down there where that spur comes down. about 30 fruit trees. We've got 6 varieties of apples coming, and 5 varieties of peaches, and 1 variety of fruits that are going to be coming in. And hopefully the guy that I'm sourcing them through can bring us some pawpaws, because I've always wanted to try one, but never had the opportunity. So we're gonna try grow them out here, see how that goes. Also got some hazelnut trees on the way too, and those are probably going to be planted down here near the driveway. Hazelnuts grow into a nice big hedge if you can get them to spread out and cut them down instead of letting them grow up into a tree, actually. So we're going to try to do that. You don't get as much of a product out of them, but you still get some. But it makes a nice hedge, and you can use the hazelnuts for a lot of different uses out there. This bank is going to end up staying how it is. We're not going to cut it down because we're going to end up losing too much of this bottom land here. But we've also got a bunch of peppermint and spearmint seeds that are en route, and we're going to try to plant them on that bank right there. So that entire bank will be covered with peppermint and spearmint. A lot of benefits to that, because it wards off the bugs, and if we end up building a house up here on the bank like how we want to, it'll keep down a lot of the pests that we have in the area, as well as pests that we have down here in the garden, as well as keeping the deer away from the house and away from the garden, because they also don't like the smell of peppermint or any kind of mint for that matter. But it also keep down the ticks, the mosquitoes, the flies, the spiders, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll see how that goes when the time comes. But peppermint grows good in full sun or shade, which, by the way, this is south facing right here. So the majority of the sun starts over here in the east, swings all the way around, and with winter sun pattern right now, usually we're about right there before it disappears. So we're getting right now probably 6 hours of sun, but during the spring and summer that'll increase to around 7 or 8. So it's enough to do what we need to do. Once the pond fills up to the levels that we can control it at, and we'll pump out of the pond to the garden just here, then gonna get some plants inside there, so some cattails and some duckweed and maybe some lily pads and stuff, so that it can filter out the water, because right now it's still kind of murky looking. But let me see what else. Also right here is another thing that I'm gonna have to work on in the next month or two. Excuse me, definitely before spring. So I've been scavenging a bunch of glass from job sites and different places that people have, or that I've been working on, or places that people aren't using the glass anymore, or windows. And I've got about 50 windows and probably about 30 storefront glass panels. So we're going to build a greenhouse. We'll see how that goes. But it's going to be dug into the ground. We got about a 10 foot by about 25 foot here. So we're going to try to do a little bit of a geothermal setting where part of it's buried in the ground, and I don't have to go as high since I don't have as much glass. And we're obviously going to face it toward the sun and catch as much of that as we can. And the goal is to try to get that done by springtime, so that we can get the plants in there started earlier in the season, so that as soon as it warms up enough to actually transplant them into the garden, then we can do that. We've got a little bit of a jump start. But I don't know about how much everybody out there knows, but the plan that we're doing here is a regenerative farming model. We're going to run pastured poultry and pastured pigs, and hopefully eventually down the road we'll be able to apply for an organic certification through the USDA. but that's a 2 to 3 year process to get certified. And in the meantime, we'll just make sure that our products are quality and regenerative, to where we're not putting anything into the system that shouldn't naturally be there already. And hopefully we can come out with a quality product that one day y'all can enjoy. But yeah, that's oh yeah, the house that's a whole mess. So the state has a requirement to have the inspectors come out, and you have to apply for a septic permit. And these bureaucrats, like all government bureaucrats, are leeches and abuse the system and are completely corrupt. But I'm preaching to the choir, I'm sure, on this one. But anyways, they're telling me that I can't build where I initially want to build, so we're going back and forth on that whole thing. But anyways, I had to dig a bunch of test pits for them to come out and do their septic tests, because they said that they came out and did it, but they didn't. And so then they asked me to dig in another area, so I dug it for them, since they should have been out here doing it. It's their requirements, their inspectors, they should be digging the damn hole, but not the case. So anyways, I dug them and emailed the inspector, and we'll see what she says when she comes out here, because she's such a nice lady and her job is so valuable to society. But anyways, a bunch of damn leeches is what they are. Anyways, we got a lot of things in the works, and just want to give you all a quick update on how things are coming along. But we got a lot of snow here, and it is cold. It is freaking cold out here. But anyways, I hope you all had a Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to y'all between now and then. Hope you all have a Happy New Year. We can welcome in 2023 and better things for everybody. But oh yeah, one more thing. Got about 12 yards of compost delivered in the other day too. Unfortunately, they sent me a really young driver who didn't know what he was doing and got stuck in the mud. Excuse me. And basically ripped up all the grass that I planted, tore it all up with the truck. And but got a bunch of compost here. You can't really see it because it's all buried right now, but 12 yards of compost, and probably gonna need another 2, maybe 3 truckloads, but it's good stuff. It's really good stuff, and slowly we'll get there, little by little. But yeah, anyways, it's a quick little update. Hope everybody's doing well. Love y'all, and keep working hard. Live free. Bye.